Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss the solution of the problem clone a linked list with next and random pointer. So let us look at the problem statement. The problem statement says you are given a special linked list where each node has a next pointer pointing to its next node. You are also given some random pointers where you will be given some pairs denoting two nodes, node A and B, that is A random equals to B. Random is a pointer to a random node. Construct a copy of the given list. The copy should consist of the same number of new nodes, where each new node has its value set to the value of its corresponding original node. Both the next and random pointer of the new node should point to a new nodes in the copied list such that the original and copied list pointers represent the same list state. None of the pointers in the new list should point to nodes in the original list. For example, if there are two nodes x and y in the original list where x random equals to y, then for the corresponding two nodes xnew and ynew in the copied list, xnew-random equals to ynew. Return the head of the copied linked list. So essentially in this problem what we need to do is we are given a linked list which contains two pointer, next and random. So this is the next pointer and this is the random pointer. And we need to clone this linked list. And by cloning, what we simply mean is we need to create a new linked list which should be a replica of this linked list. So that's about the problem statement, folks. Now let us discuss the solution of this problem. So in order to discuss the solution of this problem, let us take an example. So let us say this is the linked list which is given to us. So I have depicted next pointer by orange color and random pointer by yellow color. Now what we need to do is we need to clone this. So in order to clone this, what we are going to do is we are going to create a copy of this linked list. So let's say this is my original list where next and random pointers are intact. Please note, folks, although I'm not representing the next and random pointer, but please assume that the next and random pointers are intact. And this is the cloned list. And for the clone list, we are going to generate all the nodes. And let us see how we are going to manipulate the next pointer for cloned and original list. And before moving forward, let me write down the data as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And similarly for the clone list also the data is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now what we are going to do is we are going to manipulate the next pointer of original as well as the clone list. We are going to manipulate the next pointer of original list such that the original list points to the corresponding element in the clone list. So this is our next pointer of the original list, and for this node I have manipulated the next pointer such that it points to the same node in the cloned list as well, and similarly for the rest of the nodes as well. And in this way the next pointer of the original list will be manipulated, and at the same time the next pointer of the clone list will point to the next element in the original list. So after manipulation, the linked list or the next pointer of the original and the cloned linked list will look something like this. Please note the random pointer remains intact and the random pointer of clone list is pointing to null at the moment. And folks, the reason why we are manipulating the pointers in this way is because what we want to do is we want to set the random pointers now. So let us see how we will be able to set the random pointer. So let us say we want to set the random pointer for node 1. So as we know in the original list, the random pointer of node 1 points to 3. So we know that it is 3 over here. And from 3 we will be able to come to this node in the clone list. And then all we have to do is we have to manipulate this pointer, or we have to set this pointer. So folks, as you can see from the original list, we are able to come to the random node. And then from the random node, we are able to come to the clone node because we have manipulated the pointers in this way. And in the same fashion, we will be able to manipulate the random pointers for all the nodes. So this is how the random pointers will look like. So now once we have the random pointers fixed, all we have to do is we have to reset the next pointer such that it points to the next element of the list. So let us see how we will be able to do that. So we wanted to manipulate the next pointer. So as we can see, the next pointer of a node in original list, so let us say this is a node in the original list whose next pointer has to be set properly. So the next pointer of this node points to the next of next. which is node.next. So we came to the cloned list, and from the cloned list node we are doing the next operation, because of which we are going over here. And in this way we will be able to find the next pointer of the original list, and we will be able to set them like this. Now how about the clone list? So for the clone list as well, as you can see, the next pointer will be given by, so let's say this is the node where we are at, and for this node we want to set the next pointer properly. So node.next will bring us to this location, and then from here let's say this is node.next, and then from node.next .next will bring us to this location where we want to reach. And in this way we will be able to manipulate the next pointer of the cloned list. So this again will be manipulated in this fashion. And then the random pointers, we have already manipulated it, so the random pointers are also set appropriately, and in this way we are able to clone the linked list. So that's the whole idea behind solving this problem, folks. Now let me quickly write down the logic, and then we will discuss the pseudocode for this. So the general idea behind solving this problem is, first create a cloned list and manipulate the next pointer of cloned and original list such that original list dot next points to current node of cloned list, and cloned list next is equals to original list dot next. And folks, this is the most important point which we need to understand, which is we are creating the clone list as well as we are manipulating the next pointer of both cloned and original list. And how are we manipulating it? So let us say we are at a node in the original list, and the node is given by original. Then the original next will point to the current node of the cloned list. So let me explain this. So let us say this is my original list and this is our cloned list. What we are doing is the next pointer, which is this pointer, we are pointing it to the current node in the cloned list. So in this way this next pointer will be manipulated, and the next pointer of the cloned list will point to the next pointer of the original list. So this is how we have to manipulate it when we say we have to create a clone list and manipulate the next pointer. Now after manipulating the next pointer, what we need to do is set the random pointer of the cloned list, and then towards the end all we have to do is we need to reset the next pointers of the cloned and original list. So that's the discussion of solution, folks. Now let us discuss the pseudocode of this problem. So let's say we want to clone a linked list and a head of the linked list is given to us. So what we are going to do is we are going to take ptr1 and we are going to set it to head, and we are going to take a clone head, and initially this is going to be set to none. This clone head points to the head of the clone list. Now we are going to iterate on the original list while ptr1 is not equals to null, and then we are going to manipulate the next pointer. So first thing which we are going to do is we are going to take a new node. So new node is equals to node of ptr1 dot data. So what does it do? Well, this function returns a pointer, or this is a constructor rather, which returns a pointer whose data will be set to ptr1.data, and next and random pointer will be set to none. Then let us preserve the next pointer. So next pointer will be given by ptr1.next. And now let us manipulate the next pointer of ptr1 and new node. So let us understand it with the help of an example. So let us say this is our original list. So this is our original list, and this is the new node which we have created. And this is our new node which will go in our cloned list. So what we need to do is we need to break this pointer and we need to set it to this node. So let us do that. So ptr1.next equals to new node, and we need to set this next to this node. So let us do that. New node dot next equals to next, and in this way we have manipulated the next pointer of ptr1 and new node. And after manipulating it, let us move to the next pointer. So ptr1 will be equals to next, and in this way using this loop we will be able to manipulate the next pointer of original as well as the clone list. After manipulating this, we have to set the random pointer. So again for random pointer, we are going to set ptr1 equals to head, and we are going to iterate on the list while ptr1 is not equals to null. And over here we need to set the random pointer. So let us understand that with the help of an example. So this is our original list and this is our cloned list. And since we have already manipulated the next pointer, so the next pointer manipulation is depicted in the orange color, and this is the random pointer which we need to set for the clone list. So let us see how we will be able to set it. So as of now we have this pointer ptr1 is over here. Now ptr1.next will bring us to the clone list. So let us have ptr2 and let's have ptr2 set as ptr1.next. So essentially ptr2 is here. Now ptr2 random has to be populated. So for that to be populated, let's check whether ptr1 random exist or not. It might be possible that it is null. That is why we are checking this. So if ptr random exists, then all we have to do is we need to set ptr2.random to ptr1.random, which will bring us over here, and dot next, which will bring us over here. So this will be set to ptr1.next random dot next, and in this way we will be able to manipulate this pointer. So now this pointer we were able to set it, and then we have to move to the next pointer. So the next pointer will be given by ptr2 dot next. So ptr1 will be equals to ptr2 dot next, and in this way we have set the random pointer. Now let us look at the last loop, which is to reset the next pointer. So for that, let us take ptr1, which is equals to head, and let's also take ptr2, which is equals to cloned head. And folks, I missed to set this clone head. So the point where we are going to set this clone head is in the first loop. So in this loop itself, anywhere over here, what we are going to check is if not cloned head, which simply means clone head is none so far. In that case, cloned head will be equals to new node. So the first pointer will be our head. That is what I am doing it over here. And in this way, we will be able to set our cloned head. Anyways, let's move forward. And then we are going to iterate on ptr1 while ptr1 is not equals to null. And let us understand again this with the help of an example. So at the moment, the next pointers are something like this. So this is our ptr1 and this is our ptr2. Now ptr1 dot next is equals to ptr2 dot next. That is what we want to set. So because of this pointer now points to this way. Now we have to manipulate this pointer. So let us manipulate this. So ptr2 dot next will be given by ptr1 dot next, and in this way this will be pointed to now this position, and in this way we have fixed our next pointer, and all we have to do is we have to move to the next pointer. So ptr1 equals to ptr1 dot next and ptr2 equals to ptr2 dot next, and in this way we will be able to manipulate the next pointer of ptr1 and ptr2. So that's the pseudocode, folks. Now let us see how we have implemented this. So we have a clone pointer, ptr1 pointer and ptr2, and initially all these values are set to null. Then we are setting ptr1 equals to head and we are manipulating the next pointer. After that we are again setting ptr1 equals to head, and then we are manipulating the random pointer, and towards the end we are resetting the next pointer, and towards the end we are returning clone. So that's the implementation, folks. Now let us submit our solution. So our code got accepted. That is all from this video, folks. In case if you have any question or comment regarding this video, please feel free to use the comment section and I'll try to address them. Thank you.